Did you know Missouri has an official poet? Well, we do, and she is living here in Springfield. Karen Craig was appointed the 5th Missouri Poet Laureate by Governor Mike Parson for 2019 to 2021. She is here with us now. Karen, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So before we start talking, I want to give everyone at home a little bit of your background. No big deal. She only has a few titles that I want to tell you about. She is the editor and general manager of the Marshfield Mail in Webster County, also a published author with her works Passing Through Humansville and No More Milk. She also serves as poetry series editor for the Moon City Press and nonfiction editor for the Mid-American Review, and runs her own blog. No biggie, only a few things.
Yeah, and I'm mom a little bit.
And mom, too, and wife.
Yeah.
So thanks for taking the time to come down here
you.
and talk to us. So first I want to talk about your latest title, the 5th Missouri Poet Laureate. Tell me about receiving that title and how does it feel?
It's amazing. I can't even tell you how good it feels to get that sort of stamp of approval from the governor. No less, it was a real thrill to get that notification that I was chosen. The way you get chosen for Poet Laureate is you get nominated, or you can nominate yourself. And I nominated myself. I believe in sort of putting your hat into the ring and having whatever kind of fun you can drum up, right? So I sent off poems and a description of a project I'd like to do, and I was chosen by a board that then sends a recommendation to the governor, who makes the final selection.
Yeah. And you said you were a little bit surprised because you were not originally from Missouri. You have just moved to Missouri about 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Tell me about that. And then you were chosen. You said you thought it had something to do with the project that you planned. What was your project?
I will be Poet Laureate into the start of the bicentennial year. And so I really want to celebrate Missouri poetry and poets and Missouri landscape and history, geography, everything. So I'm going to try to find a poem from all 115, well, we have 114 counties in St. Louis, which is its own independent entity. And I'm going to find a poem from each of those places. Now, Springfield, there are so many great poets in Springfield. I have a list as long as my arm of people with books and who are really important writers, and that's no problem. But there are some very remote counties. I don't quite know what I'll find there, and I'm eager to find out. Poets kind of exist everywhere, but I'll find them. If I can't find them, I'll make them. I'll go there and we'll have workshops, and I'll see what I can elicit from people, but we're going to get a poem from every county that kind of gets a feel for the Missouri landscape.
And that is part of some of your responsibilities too, correct?
Right.
That is my next question. What exactly does it mean to be Poet Laureate for Missouri? Some of your responsibilities is that just reaching out to people and spreading poetry and literature and those types of things, right?
You're absolutely right. Poetry is part of the arts. People sometimes think of it as a very academic thing, but we consider it an art form. And the Poet Laureate's office is housed in the Missouri Arts Council. And arts are big business in Missouri, a big contributor to the economy. A lot of people work professionally in the arts fields. So I'm to promote poetry throughout the state. That's like kind of the whole everything I know about my job, and I can kind of make it up from there. I've been in contact with the previous Poet Laureate, who is eager to continue sort of doing some fun stuff, and she's a friend, and we're going to try to join forces. She had some pet projects. I have my pet projects, and we're going to do it together.
Now, Karen, why do you think it's important to have something like this, someone like you, a title like this, and someone dedicated to promoting and highlighting poetry in Missouri and spreading the word and maybe even inspiring someone, a young person who is thinking about going into poetry or something related to it?
I really like that question because I don't appear on TV every day like some people or ever, right? And I was a little nervous coming here thinking, oh, what will I wear and how will I look and will I sound, coming out of a sickness and do I sound funny? And then I remembered it doesn't matter what I look like, sound like, or whatever. I'm here for the poetry. I am here to promote poetry. And poetry for me is meaning making and connective, and it's a spiritual activity. For me, it's like I sort of go into my place, and it's kind of worship, and it's deep. It's not an academic endeavor. It's not it's connection to sort of the deepest thing you can be connected to. And there are people who probably need poetry. They need to make it to make sense of their lives. They need to hear it. Poetry is really elemental to us. When we go to a funeral and we hear a song like Amazing Grace, we're thinking of the words and what they mean. Grace will lead me home. That speaks to a mourner who's lost somebody, and it's the poetry that touches them. It's good for people, good for their spirits.
It's a healing, and as you mentioned, in a song, sometimes poetry is already part of our lives, but we don't know it.
That's true.
You don't have to necessarily seek out a poem to read. It's all around us in some ways.
If you have a song with your special person, you have a poem probably, because I doubt it's instrumental. I think probably the song is chosen for its lyrics.
All right, and thanks for being here with us.
Thanks for having me.
Missouri Poet Laureate. If people want to read more of your stuff, I know you have a blog. How can they find you online?
That's called Better View of the Moon. I have thoughts on creativity and writing.
Karen, thank you so much for
being here.
Thank you
very much.
We'll be right back with more right here on Ozarks Fox.